Hi guys, Chef Kevin Belton here. Now, today is National Nacho Day. So I figured instead of making traditional nachos, because we can all make nachos, we can use ground meat, we can use shrimp, we can do shredded pork, all different types of nachos, but I love cheese. So I decided to make a beef queso dip, all right? So what I've started with is ground beef, all right? Now, if you want, you can use a little ground turkey with this. You could do ground chicken. But these type dishes are normally done with ground beef, and I've just had a little olive oil in the pan, started browning it off, and I wanted to break it up into small pieces since this is going to be a dip. Now, if you're going to use it other ways, you might leave it a little chunky, and you can, if you want, leave it chunky, but I like to break it up real small. Now, to season this, I have a little bit of our Creole seasoning, I have a little chili powder, I have cumin, salt, and I have a little chipotle pepper. This is going to give us a nice little seasoning blend to this. So we just want to get that mixed in, get it seasoned. Just stir this in, and now we want to go ahead, that this is seasoned, go ahead and get it out of the pan. Now, you notice something I thought about putting in, but I didn't. I thought about putting in a little bit of garlic. So if you want to put a little garlic in, that's fine. That's good to go. Now I'm going to make sure I don't need to remove all the drippings out of the pan, and if it looks a little dry, I might put just a squeeze of oil back in, but I want to get most of our meat out. All right, and I left the burn on, and I'm going to turn the burn up a little bit, because what we want to go ahead and start melting our cheeses. Now, there are any number of cheeses that you can use. You can use something that's nice and melty, whether it's a Swiss cheese, whether it's a sharp cheddar cheese. I'm using a white cheddar because that's what I like, and that's what I happen to have. So we're going to get in our white cheddar, all right? And I'm just going to turn up the fire, and we want this to start to melt. You want a nice melty type cheese, okay? The other thing I'm using in here, this is a little shredded jack cheese, okay? So we're going to use a little shredded jack in here as well. But you can see how this is starting to get soft. It's starting to melt. But a nice cheddar, a nice sharp cheddar. I have a friend that loves Velveeta, and bless his heart. If he wants to use a Velveeta in here, he can. All right. Now, this is coming along. Now let's go ahead and get in our pepper jack. So we'll get our pepper jack in, give this a nice little stir. And to this, I'm going to add some green chilies along with about a half a cup of salsa verde. So there are green chilies, our salsa verde. Also, I have a little diced tomato. Now, I'm using a fire-roasted diced tomato, okay? And we just want to get that mixed in. Just get this stirred around. See, now that everything is starting to melt, I can go ahead and turn the fire down. We just want these flavors to come together and get everything mixed in really nice. You can see how that cheese is getting stringy. Every type cheese you use will be a little bit different. So now let's go ahead and get our beef back into it. And I have a little bit of green onion and cilantro. Now, as soon as this gets mixed in, this will be good to go. We just want these flavors to blend. The nice thing about this, if at some point you want to keep this warm, you could throw this in the oven right quick and it'll stay warm if you don't want to just keep it right here on the stove. But now we can just put this on a low fire, keep it warm. Oh, look at that gooey goodness. See how the cheese is getting nice and stringy? Okay, there we go. Look at that. So turn the fire down, all right? And here, this is where, give it a taste. adjust your seasoning. You know, you might want to add a little salt. If you want a little fresh cracked black pepper in it, you can. I'm going to go ahead and top it off with a little more green onion and parsley. And now this is ready to set on the table, and just choose your chips that you want. And this is one of those things where you tell everybody, hey, crank up the movie, start the movie. And how about this, a great way to celebrate Nacho Day by making a wonderful beef queso dip. So I hope you try this recipe. Thank you for cooking with me today. Stay safe, keep washing those hands. For WWL TV, I'm Chef Kevin Belton, and we'll see you soon.